Plains Ag Center in Beardsley, South Dakota with your market comments for February 10th, 2016. This video will yield approximately 5 minutes of your time with thoughts on the emotional side of marketing. We'll have one opportunity for your farm and 3 things to help take emotion out of decision making. At Dakota Plains, we help farmers with execution on grain marketing by providing simple tools to sell grain. Our resources can bring an edge to your farm. Ideas for your farm today. We're offering a program for a short time here to get the market closed every day through a time period that historically offers a risk premium. This program can spread your risk and put discipline in your marketing plan by automatically pulling the trigger for you. Discipline and execution will reduce stress, can reduce stress in this current market environment. Last summer, I attended a Cargill option school right here, a little booklet here. At the training, we learned a lot about the technical aspects of using options to manage risk on the farms. I really thought the training was awesome. I did a similar course at a previous employer on a private, more of a private firm on futures and options. But one way this training was different. This training here up in Minneapolis was it integrated the emotional aspects of making financial and marketing decisions. And there's a whole field of study on that called behavioral finance. But most of the presentation up in Minneapolis came from, on the emotional side of making decisions, came from this book. And I found the content so good and interesting, I bought the book and I read it, and I learned a lot. But mainly what I want to share with you today is from my own experience and working with others, farmers. I've learned that not all decisions are made on hard facts. There's an element of strong emotion when we make decisions, and I'm the same as any other guy or woman when making decisions. We can bring our emotions into decisions and leave the rational part out sometimes, and that's okay. Just being aware of it can help us make better decisions. So how the heck does this pertain to your farm or to this marketing video? Well, just bear with me. One thing we talk a lot about in grain marketing is a bias or a forecast or price prediction. I get that question probably 3 times a day. It's super dangerous for a guy like me to offer any of these forecasts, simply in the event that I could be wrong and I could lead another down a wrong path. So we'll leave that advice to the paid for fee-based advisors, and I'm not that guy. Anyways, because of certain personalities in our certain personalities, we tend to be inclined to certain biases. For instance, myself, I tend to think of the worst case scenario when I go into a certain situation or even a marketing decision. I was like, well, what's the worst thing that can happen? So that's a tendency that I have, so I need to be aware of that when I make decisions, because that could either help me or hinder me at times. So there, one of the tendencies that I see a lot is there's one tendency for people to seek out favorable information that confirms their belief or their bias. And the behavioral finance people call this confirmation bias, something that confirms my bias. Why is it dangerous? Because what if I'm wrong, or what if the analyst is wrong who's confirming my bias? So here's a hypothetical example. Say a farmer has spring wheat and his bias is that it's going up. It's going to $11. It's currently $4.87 right now. So regardless of the market facts, he thinks it's going up. So he's going to delay making a decision and he's going to sell later. Fine. And then he needs confirmation, so he scourges the internet, 1,000 articles, and he finds the one analyst that agrees with him, and he prints that article off and he holds on to it, regardless of what the market's doing, market facts. He's found one person that confirms his bias. That's confirmation bias. So So if the farmer and the analysts are right, they look like heroes. They made the right decision. If they're wrong, price goes lower, it could be a bad deal for the farmer. I'm not saying confirmation bias is wrong or right. I'm just saying it's something we need to be aware of when we're making decisions. There are three things that I think that we could do to take emotion out of marketing decisions, and that is: one, having a plan; two, getting some unbiased market facts, sifting through the data; and three, knowing your position, knowing your inventory, knowing your projected yield and your projected production. When we have those three things and make decisions based on that, we can make better decisions. Stay tuned, get your targets in.